back to the channel, man. Fishing with Nate. Decided to shoot a little quick video to let y'all know about the bilge pumps that are going to be running in my bass boat. Y'all stay around for it. Stay tuned. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell notification. Turn it on all. That way you'll be updated to all my videos, man. You know what I mean? Fishing with Nate. Check it out. All right, guys, back at y'all with another video, man, and it's all about these things right here, man. Bilge pumps, man, lifesavers, you know what I mean? To me, aside from the engine on the boat and of course the other necessary things that are on the boat, I think this is the most important thing that you can put on your boat as far as in an accessory. And my reason for that is I've been on a boat that has taken on water before and the bilge pump failed. So yeah, it's definitely a must, man, to have a bilge pump, man. And not one, but two if you possibly could. So yeah, man, today's video is gonna be about bilge pumps and my bilge pump setups that I'm using for my boat, man. So y'all stay tuned for that. And that's what we got, baby. All about bilge pumps, man. Y'all already know it's going down, baby. Alright. Bilge pumps. What we have here is a rule-made bilge pump, 1100 gallons per hour, 12 volt, and a recommended 6-ounce fuse. So, yeah, man, it is what it is. It's 1100 gallons per hour bilge pump, and this is my automatic bilge pump that I'll be using for the boat, man. It's one of them. And I'm gonna show you guys how, you know, you wire these boats up, you know, give you a little brief detail of how you'll be wiring these boats up. Wiring these bilge pumps up. That's my first bilge pump, and this is the second one. Another 12 volt bilge pump. And this is the Johnson SPX Flow 1000 gallon per hour 12 volt Ultima combo. And this right here is the Ultima switch sensor. So we'll be having 2100 gallons of water that we'll be able to bilge out in case of an emergency, which is overkill for our small boat. But you know what? I'd rather be safe than be sorry, you know what I mean? And like I said, this bilge pump is 12 volt and requires a 5-amp fuse and 3/4 holding for this bilge pump. This rule pump requires a 1 1/8 hose. So yeah, we'll be pumping some water out if need be, man. So just to give you guys, you know, little brief description of these bilge pumps and how I'll be using them. I got a Johnson 3-way switch, auto, man, and off, that I'll be using for this Johnson bilge pump right here. And yeah, I'll be able to leave this bilge pump in the automatic mode, which I won't be doing because I already have an automatic bilge pump, the rule one. But I'll be able to manually you know, pump out water whenever need be with this switch right here. With this bilge pump right here. So this is my primary bilge pump that I'll be using for the boat. And I'll use this occasionally, you know, when need be, like I said. And that's that. I'll show you guys the switch for this pump in a minute. And this one here, it'll also be connected to a switch on my 6-gain switch panel. I'll have a switch designated for this pump right here. But also, this pump is gonna directly be wired into this Blue Seas fuse block terminal right here with this 7.5 fuse right here. I'll be wiring that in so that it'll automatically pump water out even when I have my the other fuse block turned off by the master switch, which this brown wire will be running to my switch to the 6-gain switch panel to be able to cut the bilge pump on manually. So I'll be directly connecting that to my switch. This brown and white wire, as you guys can see, I added a lead on it and put heat shrink on it. Use the heat shrink bump connector, and I put the heat shrink wrapping over it. Not gonna need all of this wire right here. I just wanted to run a long lead so that I can make sure that I had enough room to, you know, maneuver the wire however I wanted to maneuver it. And this will be directly connected with a ring terminal, of course, a number 8 ring terminal, of course, and it'll be directly connected to this fuse block at the battery. That way, you know, if any water happens to get in the boat whenever we're not using the boat, or if the boat's just sitting in the yard and water happens to get into it from rain or whatever the case is, and the boat starts to take on water, this pump will automatically pump water out, even when, you know, we got the master switch cut off to the fuse block in the front, fuse block bus bar combo in the front. So it'll automatically pump water out no matter what. So we won't have water just sitting in the boat for no apparent reason. So we won't have to worry about this boat flooding or batteries being overtaken by water just by sitting, you know, just by sitting. So this will automatically pump water out, and we won't have to worry about it. I'm gonna do a demonstration of, you know, how that works pretty much. I'm not gonna be able to do it right now of how this automatic works. I mean, I can and just turn it upside down, but I'm just gonna show you guys, you know, the basic wiring for this bilge pump. So brown and white is the automatic positive. That's going to go directly to the battery, and whenever this float inside this, if you guys could hear that, whenever that float, water rises up and this float lifts up inside of the bilge pump housing, the bilge pump will pump out water automatically. And that's the brown and white wire. Of course, your black is your negative. You know, you're gonna run that to whatever ground you have on your boat, at the battery or at a bus bar, however you decide to do that. I'll be running mine directly to the battery. That's why I have all these other you know, add-ons onto the battery, so I can run everything directly to the battery. I still probably will have a bus bar eventually once I throw all these lights and everything on the boat, but for right now, you know, I'm just gonna be running them to the battery right now. Probably the TH Hydra 3s, probably run it there. That way I don't have to worry about it. I know it's always grounded. And this brown wire right here is going to be running to my switch panel. That way I will always make sure that I have the manual, I can always cut this bilge pump on manually. And this is the switch panel that I'm using. It's a 6 gain, and as you can see, 12-volt car charger port, USB port, charging up GoPros, phones, stuff like that. And we also have a voltage meter on here. But I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna do a video on this, how I'm gonna actually wire this back, because some things I changed up, because everything was piggyback, you know, ran back here, and I kind of wanted, you know, I wanted to run individual. I'm gonna run my accessories individual and fuse them individually. So I have a video on that soon to show you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna be using this switch panel for the bilge pump and other accessories on the boat. With this right here, I have to get that so I can show you guys this the switch, the 3-way switch that I'm going to be using for this bilge pump right here. Give me a second. Get that out for you guys. All right, guys. So I'm back. So the switch that's going to control this 3-way, that's going to control this Johnson Ultima combo, is this Johnson 3-way switch. As you guys can see, we got the man setting, which is a momentary manual. So you have to push this and hold down in the manual mode in order to pump water out. When you release it, it's in the off position. It is backlit with a red LED. It has a fuse. I think I don't know what size fuse that is for this switch, but it has a built-in fuse right there. Yeah, backlit red LED. Like I said, when you push it, it's momentary, so you have to hold it in order to pump water out if you're using that. And then you also have the auto mode, where you just leave it in auto when you're out on the water, and then you don't have to worry about it. And that backlit LED will stay on and stay red only when the bilge pump is working, just to give you an indicator that it's pumping out water. That's when it'll light up. So probably won't be leaving that in auto mode, because I don't want to be drawing unnecessary battery. So pretty much, you know, I'll be using that manually when needed. Kind of at first really didn't understand all these wirings and how this was going to be done and how it needed to be done, but I kind of got it figured out now. Can't wait to get this thing hooked up and in the boat, man, and seeing if it works and how it works, you know. Never hooked up a 3-way bilge switch, never installed the bilge pump in the boat, but it's common sense. Follow the directions and do it. So whenever we install these in, I'm gonna make sure I kind of do a detailed description of how I wire my wires and connecting my bilge pump to the boat. So yeah, that's that, man. Johnson pump 3-way bilge switch, auto man off, and that'll be going to this Johnson 1,000 gallon per hour 12-volt Ultima combo pump, man. Yep. So to let you guys see that this thing works, how you want to do that is, like I said, brown is manual and brown and white is automatic. So for this demonstration, I'm going to use the brown solid brown wire and the ground wire. And of course, brown to red. Brown is your positive and black is your negative. So I'm going to touch the negative first, then I'm going to touch the brown to the positive. As you guys can see. So that's that. That's how that will work in the manual mode. And as far as in for this rule pump, same rules apply. And testing this one, I'm going to get my brown and I'm going to get my black wire. Well, yellow. This is an extension. This is Anchor Marine wire, by the way, guys. Strongly recommend you guys use Anchor Marine wire, 10 copper wire that's going to last for the long haul. So same rules apply. I'm going to touch my yellow wire, which is my black wire, to the negative side, and my brown wire, which is the red, for positive. Touch those. And as you see, Bilge Pump works. Now, like I said, if I was to touch the brown and white wire, which is positive, and it's the automatic feature on this Bilge Pump. If I was to touch these two together, you're gonna get nothing. You're gonna get nothing's gonna come on, cause the float switch inside of the Bilge Pump is not lifted up. No water is in it. But if I turn this upside down, where the float is upside down, now I should get something. I should get some, and I didn't get anything. And I don't know why I didn't get anything. So maybe that means this float switch isn't working. I don't know. But it should. I don't know, guys. I don't know why that's not giving me anything. I don't know if it's something wrong with these wires or what, but I didn't get anything out of that. And I'm hoping this float switch works, because I'm going to need that. But we'll diagnose that when that time comes. So as of right now, I got nothing out of that. I don't know why, but I know it's connected right. Maybe it's something with the switch. I don't know, but we'll figure that out. But yeah, man, that's my Bilge Pumps, what I'll be using in the boat. And I hope this video helps you guys in some kind of way, man. If you don't have a Bilge Pump, please install one, man. It's not a matter of if you're gonna need it, it's a matter of when you're gonna need it. And when you need it, I promise you, don't be cheap, man. They got cheap Bilge Pumps. You don't have to go and spend a whole bunch of money. You could go on Amazon and go get a Bilge Pump for $30, $40, $20. It's just a lifesaver just to have one, man. And when you do need one, you're gonna want to have one. So make sure you get a Bilge Pump, man. I don't care if you in a aluminum boat, I don't care if you're in the kayak, man. If you can, if you got space for it, if you can, man, put a bilge pump in there, man. You don't want to take on water, and you don't want your vessel to sink, man. You don't want to be taking on water and you damaging your accessories, or stand a chance of losing your equipment that you do have on the boat. So, you know, these things are lifesavers, man. Trust me, I've been in a situation where a bilge pump failed, and it was a scary situation, man. And I vowed to not put myself in that situation ever again. So that's the reason I'm using 2 bilge pumps, as you can see, just for this instance right here, what I just showed you guys. This particular bilge pump, the rule is older. I don't know why, you know, the automatic pump didn't come on, but we gonna figure that out and see why that didn't come on. And you know, we gonna see what's going on with that, man. I really gotta diagnose that to figure out why that's not working. So I'll get back at you guys, man. This is my bilge pump setup, man, that we will be putting in the boat. Hope you guys like this video. Whenever we install these in, I will be shooting a video on it, so you guys can see step by step how you put them in the boat, man. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, man. And share the videos, man. Fishing with Nate, baby. Thanks for watching.